Hey you guys, got myself a fresh brewed coffee. That's good. And I've accepted the challenge. Which challenge, you ask? The coffee challenge. Now I know it's old, but I seen it online and I thought, you know what? I've got to try this thing. It looks kind of fun, never done it before, so why not? So got the coffee to get it started. Let's get ready. Let's get it going. Ooh, that's strong. Okay guys, so for this challenge, we'll be using some regular Folgers coffee. Just using whatever I have in our pantry. Look at the form, everyone. So satisfying. As you can see from my flawless recording with one hand and using my left hand to scoop up the coffee, I am an expert. Do not try this at home without supervision. I believe they call that expert ability. You can see by my fingers slightly fumbling that I'm doing that on purpose. Okay, it's a little it's a little frustrating, but I didn't have anyone help me today, so sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. So here I'm just pushing down the filter and the coffee, and I'm gonna add about maybe 2 ounces of water. Make sure to lit up the coffee so that way you don't have any accidents. Boom, there it is. It's magical. Oh. And if you're a bit younger, ask your parents for help. So here I'm putting in my 2 ounces of water and I'm just letting it really soak and just let it drip into the cup. Now let's watch the slow process of the dripping. Oh yeah! So you can see that I have 1 cup with about 2 ounces of coffee. And as much as I try to make it as dark as possible, it just wouldn't get dark. So I tried something different. Nescafé Clásico is the Latin coffee. This is just a simple instant coffee, but for whatever reason it's darker and more potent, so this is the one you're going to want to use for dark tints. Okay guys, so here I'm just using some standard brushes and I think we're ready to start. Hello everybody and welcome back to Madcatt Art Series. I'm Madcatt, and in today's episode we're going to be drawing a really beautiful art piece on this paper. Basically, we're going to be using coffee as our art medium. I have my coffee, I'm ready to go. In this episode, I decided to go with one of my childhood favorites, which is He-Man. That's right, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I didn't know exactly what I was going to do, so let's just get into this and see what I come up with. So to begin with, I just started adding coffee. Didn't have any real idea in mind. I didn't sketch anything. I just said, you know what, let's just put some coffee to the paper. One thing I want to mention is that I noticed that on a lot of the coffee challenges, a lot of people made a bunch of different types of colorations. I don't think it's really necessary, just because no matter what you do with coffee, you're probably going to have to do a few layers of coffee tint anyways, because it's so light. So I only made a couple. So as I continued, I started to see the head, so I just went ahead and went with that, started doing some hairline, things like that. Next I started drawing Snake Mountain, one of the iconic villain layers for Skeletor, and I knew it had to be in this piece, so I started doing that. And of course, the moon is always kind of associated with the He-Man villain intros, so I made sure to add that as well. To be honest with you guys, I was really nervous, honestly guys. I didn't want to fail this challenge. It almost seems like you're kind of doing this in one go, but I started to realize as I started painting more and more that coffee is really forgiving. Believe it or not, it's a very forgiving medium. So when you guys, or if you guys try this, don't be afraid of what's going on, because coffee will allow you to make some adjustments, so feel free to just go at it. So here I'm just starting to round out the details. I just want to make sure I've gotten everything solid, and I'm starting to kind of bring the image together. The nose, the eyes, the eyebrows. And then I start working on some of the details on Skeletor's costume, his centerpiece, Then I started working on Skeletor. No Masters of the Universe painting would be complete without the old bonehead himself.
You furry, flea-bitten fool, I'll cover my throne with your hide!
Cartoon villains of the 80s were the best. Skeletor is a perfect example of an 80s villain's cartoon character. Those of you guys who looked out for the new figure of the month, you know what I'm talking about. Those of you guys who missed the 80s, I'm sorry guys. You just are going to have to watch, I don't know, Stranger Things and, you know, anything that can give you some form of what it used to be, because it was great. I mean, I hate to brag, but we had KB Toys, we had Toys R Us. I mean, all those things are kind of gone. I mean, how many of you guys remember Saturday morning cartoons? Waking up, man, that was the best. Kung Fu Theater. I mean, dude, that stuff was my stuff, man. That was my jam. You know, science fiction theater. I mean, all that stuff, man. You guys missed out, man. The 80s were the bomb. As Snoop would say, the shizzle. I don't even know what the shizzle is, or the chisel, or I don't even know how to say it, but it sounds pretty epic. So, yes, it was epic, guys. If you guys remember the 80s, leave a comment down below. If you didn't, well, read what they wrote. Sorry guys, I was nostalging. Let's get back to the painting. So you'll notice that I have a darker shade of coffee going into this image. And the thing is that I noticed that I couldn't get any more darkness from what I had. So I added more of the instant coffee to my already dark instant coffee, and it made it darker. I was about to leave the piece as it was, but I felt that it needed more darkness. So this is what I did. So here I just laid some heavy amounts of coffee, and I just wanted to create kind of a bleed effect, if you will, or a drip effect. And then as I was doing that, I spritzed by accident, and I thought, oh, that'd be cool. So I started spritzing some more around the image, and it really helped complete the art piece. Well, that's pretty much it, guys. I thought you had a challenge for me. Just kidding. Until next time, keep drawing. And remember... Alright guys, be completely honest. How many of you guys ran through your backyard yelling that crap out? I know I did. I had a mad wooden stick for a sword. You guys just don't know. Man, you really had to have a good imagination. Anyways, if you like what you saw, leave a comment. Actually, leave a comment about your favorite toy or 80s cartoon. That'd be awesome. Maybe even suggest something I can do on my next project. Anyways, thank you guys so much. And if you guys liked what you saw, please subscribe. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And remember, keep drawing.